They went out this week.
Did it? Yeah, it did because I just felt the vibration. Okay.
Oh,
Sick.
but
As soon as
you
you see,
did.
as soon as you see us without an ad, let me know.
I'm ad free. Okay.
Yeah. No ad?
No ad.
All right. Why don't we just start then? Welcome everyone to the latest edition of the 4GwQPodcast. We've got the usual crew today, for once. I know, crazy. Episode 29, February 13th, 2015. I'm Inferno217. To my left or right, depending on how you're looking at it, I've got Assassin with us.
Sup.
Sup. Just sup. Wow, all right.
And sup.
And Sassy the Giraffe is with us, as usual. We've got Little Turtle Boy back with us again from Xbox Culture.
Hi.
And we've got Clowns, but he's not with us quite yet. He's doing something real quick, but he will be with us for the show momentarily. So, yeah. We're going to have a good show tonight. I think we'll talk mostly about Evolve, obviously. That's the big hitter for this week in Xbox news. We've also got some talk about upcoming gaming conferences that will be taking place early next month. So some big Xbox news surely to be coming out of those. And we'll be talking about some Sling TV because we were going to talk about it last week, but Clowns wasn't here, so and neither was Turtle, and both of them have a little bit of experience with it. One positive, one negative, but you'll find out soon. And we are going to talk about some of the newest game releases and DLC stuff, along with Deals with Gold. So, a packed show, but it'll probably be a quick one tonight, since I think Evolve's the only real big topic we have. So, let's just get right to it and give a big shout out to XboxCulture.com and by association Turtle, because he's on their staff. But they are an awesome growing website. They're close to like 1,000 members almost, and they've picked up a lot of followers on Twitter lately, so go check out the site. It's an awesome set of forums and news articles, all Xbox related, of course. So if you're an Xbox fan just like we are, definitely go check out that site. They've got awesome news articles, like I said, awesome reviews written by the guys over there. They've got unique interviews that they did themselves, both video and written reviews, and the set of forums that they have over there for all of us guys to chat, and gals I should say, because I got in trouble last week or a couple weeks ago for leaving out the gals in that comment. They have giveaways that if you sign up on their forums and make a couple posts, then you can be eligible to sign up for their giveaways, to register for the giveaways. So they've had some cool stuff. They give away full retail title games and some signed copies of games by development crews, so stuff like that. So definitely go check it out. Awesome site. I'm glad to be a part of it and glad to have them advertise for us. So thank you, Xbox Culture. And when you go and sign up over there, tell them that you came from the podcast. You'll get absolutely nothing but bonus from it, but it would be nice to let them know so we can know who we brought into the site. So thank you, Xbox Culture. All right, so moving right along, press start feature. We'll talk about really quick what we've been playing and where we are maybe in the game and what we desire, maybe. I don't know. I feel like it's late night, even though it's earlier than we usually do the show, but I felt like going all late night on you. All right, let's talk real quick what we've been playing. Assassin, what have you been playing?
I finished Saints Row Reelected.
Are you serious?
Yep. I enjoyed that a lot, actually.
No,
I thought I wasn't going to like it, but I enjoyed it.
No.
I really did. I wish I played the other Saints Rows.
No.
Some of the humor,
No.
but I enjoyed it. Not just because my chick was very hot and, I just sat there moving the camera left and right. I wouldn't do that.
Wow.
Hey, Dead or Alive isn't out yet.
Yeah, Dead or Alive comes out on my birthday, interestingly. February 17th, that's my birthday, so maybe I'll convince the girlfriend to pick that one up for me.
To you.
Yeah, right? But anyway, yeah, Saints Row, what else?
Played a little that Numa puzzle game. That's
yet unreleased that you shouldn't really be talking about, but okay.
I haven't played that.
It's alright, no, it's
not
alright.
say anything else about it.
Good, yeah. clearly we got a review copy. We'll have a review on the site probably, so check out the site for that. And we'll talk about it on the show when it comes out. But go ahead.
I played a little Call of Duty here and there because I want to play Call of Duty, but I know it just sucks.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
What else? Some Battlefield 4 and some Evolve.
I love how you leave Evolve for last, since that's the big topic of the show this week. You leave that at the end.
Yep.
That's perfect. Excellent. Thank you. Turtle, what have you been playing?
I also been playing Evolve, a lot of Evolve this week, and I've been playing Battlefield 4 with you guys a little bit.
Yeah.
And let's see, I also have been playing some Saints Row 4. Haven't beat it yet, but
no,
I feel like I'm getting close.
you guys are just supporting all these developers out there making ports.
So,
Hey, great games.
yeah.
I guess, yeah. All right, whatever. Borderlands, I can't even deny it, because Borderlands 2, I mean, I love the hell out of Tomb Raider Definitive Edition, and then Borderlands is coming out later next month, so I'm gonna pick that up day one, and that's obviously a port, so I can't even argue. But yeah, thanks, Turtle. What have I been playing? I don't even know what I've been playing. Dying Light. We got to play Dying Light with Techland developers last week, which was super cool of them to let us do that, so thank you. We got a good hour-and-a-half long session with one of the developers over there, and got to ask a bunch of questions, so look out for possibly a video of that. I got that captured on my capture card, so maybe we'll put a video on the YouTube channel with our in-game interview, if you will, of one of the developers. And what else? I guess a little bit of Battlefield 4. Nothing else really. I don't have Evolve, so I can't say anything about that in the next segment. But so I haven't been playing that. Yeah, I think that's it. Really. So without further ado, let's just move on to Evolve, since that's what everyone is here for, theoretically. If you're watching this on Twitch or YouTube or wherever you're watching it or listening to it. Evolve, right? Came out this week, $60 or $80 if you get the digital deluxe edition, which comes with the hunting season pass, which is not maps, because maps are going to be free, right? They're going to add the maps for free, but for right now, the hunting season pass will be like 4 new hunters over the course of time, and maybe new monsters or whatnot, and a few new guns and all this stuff. So what does the hunting season pass come with other than the hunters and the monsters? Anything?
I'm not sure. I haven't really looked at it.
Yeah, so you guys just got the basic edition anyway, right? The two of you guys? Yeah.
Yep.
So Evolve, winner of Best of Show at E3 2014, finally here. And is it Best of Show, gentlemen?
No.
That's right. I don't think so either. I mean, I haven't played it, so I can't fairly assess it. But I mean, they had a beta, not even a month ago for this game. I feel, wasn't it? Not even a month ago, or was it maybe a little over a month ago?
No, it was in January.
It was in January, so we talked about that in the show, and I don't know how much they really could have changed, but other than we didn't get to play all the game modes in the beta. So tell us, gentlemen, game modes, new game modes. Whoever wants to attack that, do so.
Yes, there's one called Evacuation. It's kind of like a series of 5 game modes. You go through 5 matches, and the game modes, there's one called, I think that's called Nest, I think? Or is that the name of the map?
It's Nest.
Yeah, and
the game mode Nest.
Yeah, you go after, instead of going after the monster, you actually go after the monster's eggs.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. And, you can either collect, I forgot how many eggs it is, you destroy...
6, I believe.
Yeah, I think it is 6. You can either destroy the eggs or kill the monster to win, but it's best to just go after the eggs.
Right. That intrigues me because, in the beta, and I know a lot of people felt this, so I'm not going to be alone here and get flamed for it, but I feel like in the beta, it was just a running fest. Like, you ran around for 10 minutes to look for the goddamn monster, and then you got to him, and at times he was way too powerful for you to take down, and you're screwed. But that game mode intrigues me. I will give you that. What do you guys? Have you guys been positive on that game mode? Negative?
Really
Middle
depends.
Yeah, I mean, I've been playing matches with the Wraith, and it's just a shit show. I mean, really, it is. The Wraith is just OP for that entire game.
Interestingly, they didn't beta test the Wraith. It was just the what do you call it?
Goliath.
The Goliath that you got to play in the beta. So, you would think that maybe they would beta test some of the other monsters to see for, for balancing sake. Oh, and I've gotten word that Clowns is back. Hello, Clowns.
Hey everybody, what's up?
So yeah, we're just talking about Evolve. We're talking about the Wraith being OP. Do you have any thoughts about that?
Yeah, they need to do something. They need to either buff the Wraith and not buff, I should say nerf is a better word. Nerf
Right.
the Wraith a little bit, or buff the Hunters more. The Wraith seems to get their powers back faster than you can even get a drop ship in for new people, so it's kind of unbalanced.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
And let's not forget about the decoy ability for the Wraith. That
Oh my god.
I think they need to release like a patch to where the Wraith is limited on how many decoys, or just slow the recharge for
Okay,
it.
so not everyone's gonna know what that is. So explain what that is really quick.
But basically, if you use the decoy, it sends like a copy out of the Wraith. If you use bullets, it'll shine white and stuff, so you know it's the decoy. But it can hurt you, and it stays there pretty long if you don't shoot it.
Yeah, it's just as powerful as the actual real Wraith.
Yeah, it just doesn't have any of its abilities.
Gotcha. Wow. To put that in the most frank terms possible, that's bullshit. Obviously, I never never experienced that in the beta, but wow, that sucks. What else about Evolve? O'Clown says, I have access to a proper review of Hand of Fate. Yeah, so we're going to talk about Hand of Fate a little bit later in the show, but I'm dying to get my hands on it. Let's just say that for now. But back to Evolve really quick. So out of all the game modes that are out, what do you guys prefer to play? Because I know, Turtle, you've been playing a hell of a lot of it. I know the other guys have too, so...
I really don't know the names of all of the modes, just because I'm just not paying attention. And but
Assassin's shaking his head.
yeah,
It's only 4.
I know. I was lucky to know what Nest was. I thought that was the map name, but there's one where what was that? I think I don't know. I kind of like Hunt, even though it's so repetitive and we played it so much in the beta. Like, it's kind of like the core of the game.
Mm-hmm. That makes sense. Assassin, what do you think? With that?
I gotta say, it's a mix between Hunt and Defend.
Defend, I forgot about that.
Alright, so what is Defend?
Defends, and it's only in, I believe, in evacuation. They're trying to fuel their ship to take off with all the survivors, and basically, the monsters are already at level 3, but he gets minions, and before the fueling station, there's 2 generators that are blocking the way, and so the minions, which is 2 small Goliaths, come up and try to hit the generator so then they can move on.
Okay.
And the objective is the time has to go away, or you kill the level 3 monster, because every couple minutes or a minute or so they'll keep on spawning 2 minions. There's only 2 minions at a time with the level 3 monster, so I mean it's good to level up, and it's just longer, and a lot of action and stuff. So it's interesting.
Gotcha. Purple Pills in the chat says you've evolved 10 out of 10. So that's a good segue into what maybe we'd give the game so far. I mean, it's early on. I hate to do this, I really do, but I mean, the average guy would do this, so that's what we're supposed to be. So, guys, maybe a rank right now and maybe why you give it real quick. I mean, I don't have the game, so I can't really do this, but
I'd say around maybe a 7.
a 7 so far. All right, Assassin.
I would probably give it an 8. Just, I mean, that's probably on my top end. Maybe somewhere between a 7 and 8. I mean, it really depends. Because I know it's supposed to be a 4v1, with actual humans, but the people in the game are I hate to say this, but brain dead. The AI, like Turtle and I, first day we got it, I think they were running after the monster and nest and defend and rescue, and they weren't playing their objective, and when they were playing the objective, they were blocking the actual objective. I mean, I guess people don't know how to play a game or something.
Oh, man, it's still release week, and not everyone played the beta, even though it was open.
Even in Hunt, we were playing, and some dude that, like a spoon could kill someone, and he's just running after the monster. Obviously, you don't run after a monster with that much health.
This is one of the things that I can't stand about this game. And I don't even own it. Is that unless you're in party chat or in game chat, you're doomed to failure because the monster is way too powerful as of right now. The hunters, as Clown said it right. Some of the monsters either have to be nerfed or the hunters have to be buffed. Because, and I don't mean buffed as in wait until you unlock the buffs that you get by leveling up your character buffs or by killing those little animals on the battlefield and getting those buffs. I mean a flat start out buff. Unless you have one of those things happen, then people don't communicate is screwed right from the get-go. And then you get people that are friggin' frustrated. You're going to drive them away from the game. At least that's what I think about it. I mean, I could be wrong, obviously. But
yeah, you definitely can't play this game with just a bunch of random people. You really have to have friends to really enjoy it.
And that's why Pills in the chat says I'm really good as the monster. Well, I'm not going to say it's easy to be good at the monster, and trust me, when I did the tutorial in the beta, I sucked as the monster, because it's just not a typical thing that, I'm used to playing in FPS, but, people that are the monster that play by themselves obviously have a benefit to people that play in a team as themselves. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Because as the monster, you don't need a team. You're just solo.
You are the team. Yeah, you are the team. And your goal for, from my experience, for a majority of the match is to run away. You know what I mean? It's not even to attack right away. Because if you attack right away, you're screwed.
You can't attack unless you're at least stage 2.
Right.
Unless you're the AI, which I think the AI needs a little nerf or something. They're just, I hate to say it, but probably the smartest AI I've seen probably in a video game.
Right.
Especially the monster.
Oh,
Yesterday we were playing a match, and the monster just kept running away from us and feeding and regenerating its health. And
right.
I was playing a match with Cody, and we were getting our ass kicked by a level 1 Goliath for a little bit.
Right. Clowns, anything to say about this?
Well, I do think the monsters are OP. Don't get me wrong. I mean, they're definitely overpowered, but I think it does take a certain skill set to be able to play them properly.
Right.
Because when I jumped in as the monster, the first 3 times, I couldn't just button smash, you know what I mean? I actually had to use strategy, how to get away from the hunters, climb up objects properly, use the proper attacks on the hunters, and just keep going. And eventually, I just was like, just kill me because I'm not good at the monster.
Yeah, man. Yeah, definitely true. And pills, like you say in the chat, you kill your friends a lot as a monster. Yeah, dude. I mean, knowing you and knowing, playing other games with you, I could see that for sure. But I mean, somebody like me or like clowns, like, if I'm gonna be the monster in the game, I might as well like just quit because it's just not gonna happen. Like, they keep track of all your win-loss records as each character or whatever is a hunter versus a monster and whatnot, and even don't they keep your win-loss records as each monster type as well, like as the rave
Yep.
and as right. So, I mean, mine would be just pathetic as a monster. So, at some point, like to enjoy the game, you have to be good at it or at least average. You know what I mean? So that's kind of something that turns me off about this and why I didn't get it on day one.
One thing I've noticed is a lot of people seem more concerned with their leaderboard rank than actually enjoying the game.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
no kidding. Everyone's talking about leaderboard ranks. Even on Twitter and stuff, you see people talking about Evolve, and it's like, I'm this out of this as, like, Hank or whatever. I'm like, are you serious?
Last I checked global stats, I think I was ranked like, I don't know, like 900 something thousand or whatever. I don't even know. And I'm just like, so I'm enjoying the game.
Right.
And that's what games are made for, to enjoy. That's why you don't see me entering in competitions, because I rather enjoy the game.
Like, I think Hugo was telling me, when we started playing the game that, when he started playing the game, that he noticed in the metric that determines your rank or whatever on the leaderboards is like distance, like run on the map or something, like distance covering the map. Like, are you gonna see people like zigzagging on the map to boost their leaderboard position? Like, you know what I mean? Like, instead of running in a straight line, they're gonna be like running in Z's and stuff. You know what I mean?
Well, that explains why people keep going after the monster and defend.
It's crazy, dude. It's crazy. But yeah, people are just doing stuff just to boost their rank, and it sucks. But that's what it is, man. That's what it was. It was 4v1 competitive game, multiplayer only. Really, I mean, don't give me that with the single player, dude. It's not a single player game. It's like it's Titanfall 2.0 in the single player. Let's just be real.
Except Titanfall had more of a story.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, true. Very true.
Although you could beat Titanfall story in like an hour.
Assassin said he saw the credits today, and they were like the shortest credits you've ever seen.
No, they added more.
Oh,
It was
they
like
did?
a blank spot and then like another 30 minutes of credits. I'm like,
Oh, okay. All right.
For like, you get like what, a 5-point achievement for the achievement hunters out there, but you gotta sit through like 30 minutes of credits that's just like
Gotcha.
scrolling that fast. I'm just like, oh, come on.
that's why I just started it up and then just walked away.
Go make a sandwich.
All right, so in the interest of time, let's move on to, we're still going to talk about Evolve, but just a little different take on it. So there's been a lot of backlash about the amount of DLC that's already on the store for this game. If you go to the store and look at the DLC, the game released and there's, like over $100 worth of stuff you can buy already. It's just absolutely ridiculous, and people kind of go and say, why wasn't this in the game already if they had it ready? When you think of DLC from the days of old, and you thought, when they introduced DLC and it was a cool thing, it was kind of like, oh, a couple months down the road, it's gonna make the game fresh. Like for Red Dead Redemption, you got the DLC for Undead Nightmare, and you were like blown away. That game instantly came back to relevance. It was just the perfect way to do DLC, and now you've got companies coming out and doing the DLC at launch, and it being like 40 articles of DLC or something ridiculous. So in a recent Destructoid interview with Phil Robb, who is the creative director and co-founder of Turtle Rock Studios, who is the company behind developing Evolve, Phil Robb said that all the maps are going to be free, so everyone gets that, but any monsters or hunters we put in the game are going to be paid DLC. And the thing about that, there's something push really hard. Even if you don't buy it, you can play against it. So it's not like splitting the community and only splitting And not only is it not splitting the community, but it's enriching a game experience, even if you're not interested. So I think what he's trying to say here is that, we're giving you the map, so don't bitch about that. But everything else is going to be paid. Like, they work hard on the stuff. If it's gonna add on to the experience, to change the experience, it's gonna be paid. So you're gonna be able to play against those monsters. Those are gonna be added in to the updates, but you're not gonna be able to use them, or the hunters as well. So what do we think about the DLC structure? Also, just to set the record straight, a fake story came out about them saying that you should pay $120 for Evolve. I found out through research that was fake. So don't bash them for that. So this comment that Phil Rod made is absolutely true. So let's just talk about that instead of that $120 bullcrap. First of all, what do we think about there being a lot of DLC at launch in general?
I don't really see a problem with it for Evolve because it's mostly skins.
Yeah, I guess. But, I mean...
Yeah, but how hard is it to put skins in a game?
Not hard.
Right.
I mean, you look at Battlefield, they have like hundreds of things there, and then they add some for, people who got premium or
right.
DLC or, whatever. But, I mean, why add the customization button? I mean, we can't customize any of our stuff, so why put it even in there if, you know what I'm saying? Because it's taking up space, because I'm not going to spend... how much is this DLC? Depending on what you get, $10.
Yeah.
It's just annoying that they put all that work into this DLC. Can't you just give us some of it for free at least?
Mm-hmm.
Then maybe, because I was seeing on Twitter like some of the skins for the monsters, they stand out.
Right.
Like you get some magma and it's like red all over the monster, and then the game's dark and like, oh look, shiny red things.
Right.
But I mean, they should give us some for free to like at least check it out.
Right. And Pills makes an awesome comment in the chat. Like, people all over the place are saying there's not a lot of content involved, and that's part of the reason I didn't get it, because it's just the same thing. In my opinion, it's just the same thing over and over. There isn't anything differentiating, like customizing as much as I would expect from a game like this, especially one that has been in development for so long and won Best of E3, Best of Show last year. So that's, when people are already complaining that there is not a lot of content in the game, and then they pull something like this where they're offering a lot of DLC that's paid right from the get-go, I mean, it's like a double-edged sword. It's like you're getting screwed either way you look at it. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else about it?
There's definitely a lot of bugs compared to the beta that I've seen. I know Clowns had the same one as I had, where I think we both had the same buff on, and we couldn't eat as the monster.
What?
Yeah, that was really bad.
Yeah, it's like you take away basically what makes the monster, and you might as well have like some little ball. You might as well just kick it, because you're not going to do anything.
Right. Yeah, that's why they have beta tests. I don't understand why they don't fix stuff like that. It's
It wasn't even that glitch or whatever didn't even happen in the beta.
Yeah, right.
And, like,
I think that's because it was limited to like what perk you were using and also the map. And that map wasn't in the beta.
Right.
And neither was the perk.
Good point.
At least I don't think the perk was in the beta.
I think the perk was in there. It was just eat a little bit quicker. I mean,
well, it might have just been map specific because it hasn't happened again, has it?
I don't know. I'm afraid to even try it. I mean, I can try it again, and we could talk about it like next week for like a second or two. But
yeah, dude, we're gonna talk about Evolve for a little, over the next couple of weeks, I'm sure, as we play it more and stuff. So yeah, we'll check it back in on that. Remind me to check that. We'll add that to the show notes and stuff. So, but yeah, I don't know. I thought maybe we'd have more to talk about for the DLC thing, but it's kind of self-explanatory. Like, don't charge us for a ton of stuff if you could put it in the game very easily. I think.
Yep.
Go ahead, Terrell.
I was just going to say, even though it is stupid, it's just nothing but skins and stuff that could have easily been put into the game. I also at the same time, I also don't see the point in complaining about it not being in the game because it's just skins and adds nothing to the gameplay.
Right.
Yeah.
At this point, at least, that's
Yeah.
what it is.
They
It's just cosmetic stuff, like just for looks.
Right.
but they could have took a page from like Call of Duty and gave us some to work with, and like give us like 50 more DLCs
Right. So that's
to try it out.
Yeah, dude, that's a good point because, like, if people aren't able to customize from the get go, like, what's gonna make people want to customize? Later on, I feel like what Assassin's saying with letting you try it, with a few things in the game, and then like seeing it to buy and being like, oh well, I already know it's cool.
Yep.
What was that one game that was out not long ago? I don't know, maybe a year or two ago that actually let you download the DLC and play it for like an hour or whatever, like as a trial. I forgot what game that was or what system that was.
I have no idea.
I've never seen that somewhere, but anyway.
Dear 2K and Turtle Rock, please take a snapshot from PVZ and look at their skins. It's free.
Right. Good point. Yeah, exactly. So another multiplayer only game, really, and they're still with the loads of content they have. They're not coming out and saying that we shouldn't be worried. We shouldn't be pissed off about paying, for DLC. They're just giving it to you. Especially for a new franchise like Plants vs Zombies Garden Warfare. That was already an established franchise, Plants vs. Zombies at least, and they gave you the stuff for free. But now you got Evolve, which is a brand new franchise. No one's really sure of how it's going to be. Yeah, it's hyped up a lot, but you're screwing people. You kind of screwing people over right from the get-go. I don't think it's smart, man. I think giving you the DLC for free, well, this stuff for free at the get-go would have been the right move just to build up the fan base and build up the hype even more, instead of like giving people a reason to hate it. But.
See, and maybe that maybe there's a pro and con to this. The pro for them is that maybe they thought it was a new franchise, they weren't sure if it's going to take off, and maybe this was a way for them to make money in the future. Because we never know what Turtle Rock was thinking before 2K decided to publish them. We don't know, what went behind that.
Right.
So maybe that's like a pro for Turtle Rock there. But looking at the average gamer, it feels like a con because, like, you're already paying a hefty price for a video game. To an average gamer, $60 is a lot to invest in when there's other titles coming out. Like, Hardline's right around the corner. So, like, there's other stuff coming out. And the average gamer's like, well, am I going to save up all my money for DLC on this? Or am I going to get Hardline DLC? Or the next thing that Call of Duty puts out? What am I going to do?
Right. No, it's a good point. This is usually like a dead part of the year for games, or like approaching the dead zone of spring, summer for game releases, and when in reality, like this is going to be a competitive couple of months here for them. Especially since these established franchises are releasing new games and everyone's going to go after them. I don't know. That's a good point, though. Like, I would think with the hype machine they created, they were expecting it to take off. And I don't know. I would love to see the sales numbers on it to see if it took off as well as they think it did. I don't know. Do you feel like people bought it as much as you thought they would?
I think people probably bought it more since it came out at, like what we said, the kind of the dead part. If it came out, let's just say between Mordor and Call of Duty, it probably wouldn't flop, but the sales probably would have not been as good as if they were not, now. I don't.
Right.
I mean, we don't know the sales just yet because it's still like the first week, but
right.
we'll see.
All right. Well, for now, let's move on. I mean, we'll talk about Evolve a little more. I mean, we could probably talk about it for the whole hour, but we got other stuff to talk about. So let's move on real quick. Yeah, but don't hesitate if you got more thoughts on Evolve and thoughts about what you heard us talk about tonight. Don't hesitate to hit us up on Twitter or something. Let us know what you think about Evolve so far, and there'll be other opportunities for you to do so. So if you're still formulating thoughts, don't rush into it, but definitely let us know what you're thinking, because this is a big title this year. We want to know what the people are thinking, and we'll definitely have people's tweets and stuff focused on featured rather on the show. So definitely do that. Anyway, so a couple new gaming, not new, I should say, upcoming gaming conferences coming up next month. Actually, during the same damn week in the same city on the same block of San Francisco. One is the Game Connection USA. They do 2 of these a year, and it's basically a conference where developers, marketing, PR, and the press can all meet up and have like little speed dates where they can, offer their services and make business deals to for indie titles per se to get publishers or get some marketing going for their new upcoming game. And they have a bunch of awards that we're going to talk about next, but they give out awards for excellence in certain categories, so to put games on the map, which is awesome for small developers. So I think it's an awesome conference, and we're going to talk about it a little more in a second. But the one that everyone's probably familiar with is GDC, Game Developers Conference. Microsoft is always there. Sony always there. Nintendo, I don't know if they're there, to be honest. But, like NVIDIA for graphics cards for computers, they're always there. Like, all the big hitters are there. Both of these are taking place in the first week of March in San Francisco. So we'll talk a little bit in a second about Microsoft's plans for GDC, but because they already released their roadmap and stuff, so we can talk about that. But yeah, Game Connection. So they've got an award for best console/PC hardcore game, which is the award is actually sponsored by Microsoft, but they don't give it. It's kind of just sponsored by them. So in that category, you've got 5 games. You got Shadow Puppeteer. That's by Sarepta Studio. I'm not really familiar with that game, but I've seen a few screenshots. It looks pretty sick. It's not coming to Xbox One though. So the next 2 I talk about here are going to come to Xbox One. Hand of Fate by Defiant Development. We said we'd talk about this later in the show earlier, so this is our time to talk about it. That's obviously coming to Xbox One. We got a review code. We haven't played it yet, but Turtle is... are you doing the review for XboxCulture.com?
Yes, I've already had some time to play it.
All right, so tell us about that. Do you think that's a contender in this category? You think that's going to win it? From what you've experienced, you like it?
Oh yeah, I'm liking it so far. It kind of reminds me of like I don't want to say like too much about it because of it being pre-release, but like
just tell us what it's like.
it's kind of like those games from the 80s. It's kind of like text based. Like you have like choices on the screen, and whatever choice you make like affects the next line of text or whatever.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that, but like it's like a card game at the same time. You draw cards, but like whenever there's like combat or something that takes you to like
the game, like in a 3D environment or whatever. That looks sick.
And like you actually like use the controller like this left stick, move around and like fight and everything, and then like once you're done with the battle, it takes you back to the cards.
The card game, yeah, dude, it looks sick. It comes out in a couple weeks, so definitely look out for it in the Xbox store. This award obviously won't be given until after it comes out, but I'm definitely anxious to see if it wins it because it looks really damn good. Clowns, you think it looks awesome too, right?
Absolutely. I saw the trailers to this game, and I fell in love with it. There's so much work that these developers had to put into this game. The artwork looks fluid. The graphics, are amazing. And the gameplay looks fantastic. It's so creative. I would have never thought of something like this. And I think that's what makes this game a whole different style of game, is that it's like a new style. It's creative. It's got great devs that made great artwork. This thing, it's awesome. What can I say? It's just awesome.
Yeah, that's awesome.
The gameplay style is very unique to, like, very new.
Yeah, and that's why I think it's going to be a knockout on the store, honestly. I mean, I haven't played it yet, but from what I've seen, it looks pretty damn good. Turtle says it's awesome, so...
One thing I'm kind of concerned about this game is when it releases on the Xbox Store, depending on the screenshots and the videos that they have on the store page, I think a lot of people will just see it as like a card game like Magic or something and like pass it up.
Right.
But I just want to go ahead and say, like, don't pass it up.
Right.
It's not like a normal card game.
Yeah. So when it comes closer to release, we'll talk about it more on the show. So definitely look out for that. But it looks awesome and very unique. So check it out. So the next game coming to Xbox One is called Hue. It's by Mudvark Studios. I believe they're in London, in the UK. This is kind of in the early stages of the game. It's not really even close to finished, I don't think. So nothing really we can say about that, unfortunately. But I'm sure we'll talk about it more when we find out more details. So then you've got Typo Man, which unfortunately looks cool. It's just a platformer. It's by Brain Seed Factory. I think it's only coming to like Wii U and PS4 though.
PC, Wii U, PS4.
Yeah, that sucks. I don't know. That's early too, so I don't think that's really close to coming out, in its full form and release candidate. So maybe they'll change their mind. Who knows? And then you've got Asterbreed, which is an Asian title. That's by Active Gaming Media Inc. So, don't really know much about that, but those are the 5 for best console and PC hardcore.
Yeah, that's only coming to PC and PSN.
Right. Okay. So yeah, don't know much about that, but we want to announce that since we think this conference is actually awesome for developers and will lead to... It's a fairly new conference, too, so I think it'll lead to a lot more of indie development, and it's awesome to see, the big guys come to a conference, too, and show off some of their games and contend with indies. And also, like, if you watch the video on their site for Game Connection, they have like EA and Nintendo talking about how it's an awesome conference that you'd have to go to if you're an indie, to get some awesome connections and business deals done. But just real quick, they have another category, most promising IP. This one's actually sponsored by Sony Computer Entertainment, unfortunately. No, I'm kidding. This is good. So all the games we just announced are there, except Hue and Hand of Fate aren't there. But in their places are Hitman Go. So a lot of people know what Hitman is. And that's developed by Square Enix, Montreal studio. So that's a big boy, contending with these indies for an award at these shows. So just goes to show what kind of quality these indie developers are really, really producing. And then here's one that Clowns is really interested in. Mutant Football League by Digital Dreams Entertainment LLC. That's coming to Xbox One. That's contending for this most promising IP award. Mutant Football League, Clowns?
Oh, hell yeah.
Yep.
That's my thing right there. You know what? And I hope it is multiplayer. I hope, because I'd love to play everybody on this show in that game.
Yep.
I believe it is going to be multiplayer. I think I remember watching a trailer a while back for it.
I hope
and
that...
I'd like to give a shout out, to the dev behind Mutant League Football, because it goes way back to the Sega Genesis days, and it was definitely original when it launched. Nothing was like it ever before, and we actually talked to the dev in the email, and he's a pretty cool dude.
Yeah,
I gotta say, I love that guy.
We would love to get him on the show before this comes out, or even after. As soon as they can, we'd love to get him on and talk about it, because we're in love with this game. Even with the little we know, I mean, we love the idea behind this. So hopefully this wins this category. But some tough competition from Square Enix title usually is very good. So in Hitman, everyone knows that franchise. Um, but yeah, so that's most promising IP. We won't talk much more about it because we don't have a lot of time. But as more details come out about those games, we'll talk more about it. Now for the Game Developers Conference. So Microsoft already unveiled a little bit of this stuff a couple weeks ago when they did their Windows 10 presser. But at GDC, they're going to expound upon Windows 10 in Xbox integration. They're going to also talk about DirectX 12 for Xbox, making games more fluid and a little less resource heavy, so that we can get better quality stuff out of the Xbox One, and also cross-platform matchmaking and gameplay, like we saw with Fable Legends. So what do you guys expect from them at GDC on those fronts? Anything more than what we saw, or what do you guys think?
I think maybe we'll see more about cross-platform between PC and Xbox.
Yeah, like more kinds of games that are gonna be available.
Yeah,
Yeah, probably. I think
maybe
it's
more.
a safe bet.
Maybe more first party.
Yeah. Yeah, so they're gonna go into detail about how they're actually doing it, because at the core of this convention is really the development aspect. So they're gonna go into some deep detail about how they're gonna do this, so that other companies can employ it and we can see more games do this. So,
I actually think what it is Windows 10 and the OS that's on Xbox One is so close together that it makes it easier.
right. Right, so is this going to be a unique thing to Xbox? Like, you're not going to see Windows 10 games, and PlayStation 4 games. I mean, they already announced that for Street Fighter 5, so we know that's coming. But you think it was going to be a more regular thing with Xbox, perhaps, because of that?
Yeah.
Yeah, potentially. Anyone else on this topic? Thomas, Assassin?
I mean, I don't think we'll probably see any. We'll probably. I don't know, let me reword that. We'll probably. There might be one or two surprises, but I'm not expecting anything huge probably from this. I think
don't
they're
know.
probably putting. We might see one or two, but like nothing probably. Like E3, they're probably going to show off some amazing things,
Right.
but nothing probably that amazing at this conference.
Come on.
And I don't know, there's like sometimes they do pull out a few surprises at GDC.
Yeah, I'm thinking maybe a Gears of War trilogy for Xbox One.
Yeah,
I'm calling that. I'm
there's
calling
usually
it.
at
Not at
least
this
one-
conference, but I'm calling it.
I mean, there's usually at least one gaming related reveal at GDC.
Right. Yeah, dude. They've only announced these 3 things for topics, really. They're going to have like 16 sessions that they're going to be doing it. So they're going to be a huge presence at GDC this year, which I think reflects pretty favorably for other developers and stuff that are going. So I think, everyone says PlayStation 4, the home of the indies, right? Indies always get preferential treatment on PS4. That's the reputation they're getting. But I think stuff that Microsoft's doing recently and the presence they're going to have at GDC, I think more indies are going to start coming to Xbox, and you're going to see that kind of level out a little bit. You guys agree with that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there's already a lot of indies on the system and coming to Xbox.
Yeah, it's kind of leveling out a little bit. I remember early on it was just a crapshoot, dude. The PS4 was getting everything. It's kind of like, where are the indies on Xbox One? Where's Stick It to the Man? And that came later, but for a price. And then Contrast, and then what else? Outlast, for example. Those were all on PS4 first. So hopefully it levels out and we get some good stuff. But yeah, who knows? All right, we got to move on. I'm sorry, we are falling behind. Sling TV, just really quick. So Turtle, first the good, then we'll get Clowns is bad. Actually, first the bad. Let's get Clowns is bad first. Clowns, what happened with you in Sling TV?
All right, so Turtle got a beta invite, and he's like, "Hey man, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to call and check it out since you guys got your own show and everything. We'd like for you guys to check it out, So I call him up. I get a lady in a call center, a very nice person. Nothing against her, but she did not understand a word I said. I wish I spoke her language so the conversation went so much better. And she went through the whole sign up process, like asking my name, my address, and then she's like, credit card number, please. And I'm like, absolutely not. She's like, oh, well,
Right,
hold
for
on,
beta, why should you?
I have to read this computer screen to you. And I'm like, well, I said no. Well, no, I have to read this. You have to wait. I have to read this. And I'm like, I gotta listen to a spiel that's supposed to do like retention, and then at the end of the spiel, we're really sorry you didn't want to try Sling TV, but if we have your credit card number, we can start you up. No, no,
Oh
no,
my god, dude.
no.
Get
So,
the hint. Come on, right?
I mean, other than that, it seems like a great service. I mean, the sign up process is horrendous, especially for all the people that got beta invites. I can only imagine how many people in the press were like disappointed with the sign up process.
Right.
So that is definitely a big negative for me. I do not like giving out my credit card number over the phone to anybody at all. I mean, I'm just that type of person.
Yeah.
Especially, let alone that if you're not regulated by certain type of data protection laws. Like, I don't know where this call center was, and I don't know what their data protection laws are. So,
Right.
yeah, I'm just that type of person.
Right. Turtle, I know you're going to defend it in a minute, but I kind of agree with Clowns on this. Like, two things. One, I'm not giving out my credit card number to just some Randy. I'm
No,
sorry.
I
I'm not
agree.
gonna have
I
it.
agree with that.
No.
That's one reason why I didn't do it.
Number two, like what Clowns said about the reviewers who got the beta codes, like, right away you get a bad taste in your mouth if signing up for it is just a hassle. So, like, you're automatically docked a couple points, fairly or unfairly. That's an argument for another day, another show. But you're already docked, and I mean, there's no way of getting around it. So that's they kind of should have just made this very, very smooth in order to impress people instead of making it, how Clowns experienced it and making everyone have a bad taste in their mouth. But Turtle, what do you have to say about it that's good?
Well, I agree about the sign up process, that they should have waited until they had the site up and running. That way you could just do it online like a normal beta.
Right.
But
you actually got to watch it, unlike Clowns. So quality wise,
the quality is great, but of course it depends on your internet speed.
sure, yeah, of course.
But for me, like they say on the site, if you can watch Netflix and Hulu, then you can watch Sling. But I have actually had moments where the quality kind of drops, but of course that could just be my internet.
But
Cause
your
everyone,
down is what? What's your down speed right now? Like 25?
my down is like 5 megs.
That's it?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, then there you go.
That's
they should-
why.
Yeah. Okay. Gotcha.
But other than that, I do have I would say maybe 80% of the time I actually am watching in clear HD quality.
Right. Yeah, you sent me some screenshots that I probably should have in the show. Sorry, I dropped the ball, but I mean, they look pretty good. They looked really good. And go ahead.
As far as the quality, I do have to say that I will be keeping the service, but it's not for everyone. Like, if you already pay for cable or satellite, it's not worth it.
Of course.
But
yeah.
if you're a cord cutter that has basic cable like me, it doesn't have your local channels, and it probably won't ever have your local channels. But just keep over the air. You can get all of your local stuff over the air, and just have all of your premium stuff. They just announced that AMC is coming to the basic package for $20.
Right, so $20 a month, you can get your Walking Dead, you can get your sports channels, you can get TBS, Discovery Channel, I think.
No, Discovery's that's a travel channel.
Oh, Travel Channel, thank you. I believe Disney. No, Disney. Cartoon Network, a bunch of channels. So, $20 a month, and they're gonna have an Xbox app exclusively on the Xbox for consoles. So you'll be able to watch your TV right through that. I think it's cool.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely worth it for cord cutters.
Right.
And the service actually is open to everyone now, so you don't need a beta, and you can sign up on the website.
Right. So go check it out. You're not gonna be able to watch it through your Xbox quite yet. The that app hasn't gone live. But you don't need a beta anymore. You can get into that trial. I believe it's only 7 days.
It is.
It's only 7 day trial.
And I think it was yesterday, they finally released the Amazon Fire TV app.
Okay, so the Amazon Fire TV, if you have one of those,
Mhm.
you'll be able to
And
get that through it. So that's kind of cool.
Yes, Amazon Fire TV, Roku devices, Android, and iOS,
Oh, nice.
Mac, and PC for now. And then like later, they're adding like I think like Nexus stuff. I don't know, like
Nexus player, yeah.
Yeah, the Nexus.
Yeah. All right.
They're adding that in Xbox, so it's coming to a lot of devices.
Right. All right. Well, that's cool. That's cool. I'll definitely be checking it out in the trial. Probably not until the Xbox version comes out, but I mean,
Well, if you wait until the Xbox version comes out, it's supposedly going to have like a month-long trial
oh, wow.
instead of just 7 days for gold members.
All right. Well, check it out then. We'll talk about it more when we are able to get our hands on it, all of us, and get it on the Xbox, of course. So we shall check it out then. But now we only have only like 10 minutes more to get through all these other things, but we can do it. New releases this week. Some DLC stuff, some actual games. Obviously Evolve, but anything other than Evolve? Yeah, there are a few other things. First off, Minecraft Star Wars Rebel skin pack Assassin. Tell us about that.
It's their Disney's shows. So I mean, it has characters from that TV show. If you like the TV show, then they're based off those characters. So
See, that's the thing. When they released the Star Wars packs, the first couple or whatever, I was into it because obviously I'm a Star Wars fan. But this show, like, I'm not gonna watch. I don't have any interest in watching it, and so I'm probably not gonna get it. But for those who watch the show, it sounds pretty cool. It's only like 20 skins though. I think I read.
yeah, the show's not that huge in characters. 'Cause
Gotcha.
I would watch it every week.
Oh, do you? Oh, so
Yeah.
maybe you'll be getting it for $3.
Probably not.
I don't think it's as big of a show as Clone Wars or whatever
Yeah,
it was
like
called.
Gotcha.
the Star Wars episode. I know it's getting off track, but it's kind of bad.
Gotcha. All right, so that came out the beginning of this week. So
Yeah.
it's $3, $360, and Xbox One only for right now, exclusive. Thank you for Microsoft for buying out Mojang. This is what happens when you do that. So that's that. Far Cry 4 got a DLC, $4 or free with the season pass. I believe that came out on Tuesday, but I could be wrong. Came out this week, I believe. So basically, what is this? It says team up with, I don't even know these people because I don't have Far Cry, but Rakshasa or Golden Path and control a series of neutral locations across Cryat's countryside to protect them from being overrun by your opponents. So it's 4 maps and 1 new PvP mode for $5. What do you guys think, Far Cry 4 players?
I don't know. I'm struggling with just finishing the base game.
Wow, really?
Yeah,
So we know nothing about this?
I don't.
Oh, wow. I rely on you guys for Far Cry and Evolve news, and
Hey, we gave you Evolve news.
no,
Yeah.
we did an awesome job with Evolve, so I can't complain about that. But Far Cry, come on, I almost picked up Far Cry today. Actually, I still might. I'm contemplating it. $24.
It's not a
Yep.
bad price for that.
$30
game,
on Amazon too, I heard today.
Yep, I'm gonna price match it to Best Buy and get my money off my Gamers Club Unlocked. Highly recommend that, by the way, to our listeners. Right now, I think you can get the Gamers Club Unlocked for $30 for 2 years. 20% off new titles, guys. All editions, including limited, so not to shut up Best Buy, like I just shamelessly did. For nothing. Anyway, so that's Far Cry 4 DLC. Dying Light got a DLC. I believe it's the first. Cuisine and Cargo. Of course it's the first. It just came out like 2 weeks ago.
Yep.
Cuisine and Cargo DLC. It's $4.99 or free if you have the season pass, which is $20. So you get 2 new quarantine zones to check out. One of them is like a really famous restaurant that has been boarded up for quite a while, and you get to like go in there and check it out. And the other one is like an abandoned rail yard for like trains and stuff. So, do you know any more about this assassin that I haven't mentioned?
From just reading what they said, like some of it you're gonna have to try to be stealthy, and a lot of it is just more action based. But other than that, I'm not too.
So it
sure.
doesn't play. So it doesn't play like the original game. Like the original game, you can be stealthy, or you can go in like weapons blazing if you want. So you have to play it differently. Is that what you're saying?
Well, I mean, just like you normally play it, but like I believe one of them they want you to be more stealthy, like, and then another one they it's hectic or something like that.
Gotcha. All right. So, I mean, more stuff to do in Dying Light. If you finish it in 2 days, like Clowns did, you may be contemplating getting it at this juncture. Anybody interested in that? For $4.99 or free if you have the season pass. No one has a season pass, right? You guys don't have that?
No, not yet.
No, but I'm thinking about trying to save up for it.
Ooh, I love that. I like Clowns getting some DLC. Yeah.
Game of the year.
Game of the year so far, I would like to say.
So
I
far.
agree. But yeah, I might check this out too. I bought this on disc thinking I would trade it in, but I'm loving the hell out of it, so maybe we'll get a chance to play with devs again on the DLC if we pick it up. So yeah, that's Dying Light. AC Unity, our favorite borked game of 2014, is a little less borked now in early 2015, but they released a free DLC. It's called the Underground Armory DLC. It comes with 5 weapons, I believe. 5 weapons, 2 pieces of gear, 2 outfits. And I think the 5 weapons are just like 3 guns and 2 swords. Maybe one of them's a dagger. I can't tell from the picture, but we got the picture running right now. So yeah, it's free because they screwed up the game. So Ubisoft had to give us the DLC for free. So thank you, Ubisoft. I'd rather have a good game with paid DLC than borked game, right?
Yeah, the DLC is still not enough to make me download 40 gigs.
Yeah, the first free DLC, that Dead Kings, we talked about that in the show really briefly. That one's like 8 gigs, which is crazy, dude.
Haven't even played it.
Yeah.
Just all the bugs.
Yeah. Unfortunate but true. All right. So, anything else about that DLC, real quick?
Fix
Anyone
your
have to
game.
say anything? Fix your game, Ubisoft. Please. I'm
Yeah.
loving
Or-
Black Flag right now. I'm finally getting into it.
I was really getting into the story. Like, I didn't make it too far into the story for Unity, but from what I played, I really was enjoying it, but the bugs just, like, made me not want to play it. And I still have problems with it.
Yeah,
The
me too.
graphics on Unity are so fantastic. I just wish it worked better,
Yeah, it's a great looking game, but it just doesn't work.
All right, next release. This is actually a full retail release.
We forgot some DLC.
I forgot DLC. What DLC did I forget?
Call of Duty.
No,
No.
Microtransactions.
no, we're not talking
Skip.
about no. See, Clown's got the right idea. We're not talking about that in the
But
show.
they got like Panda,
Skip.
Exo,
no,
Zip.
no,
Canada.
no time for that. We're talking about
and
better stuff,
COD
such as
Championship.
no.
No.
Better stuff like Don Bradman's Cricket 2014.
Yeah! No.
$60 for this game. I mean, people are buying this. People are eating this up. Me and Assassin watched a couple streamers that were in love with this.
But they seem a little sketchy.
Yeah, one of the streamers, spoke English, but it was very slurred. They could potentially have been,
Like holding their tongue and talking.
yeah. I don't understand. I couldn't understand a word they were saying. It could have been the accent, but I don't think so because, I just couldn't understand a word they were saying. And then the second person we watched was actually an Italian streamer, and he did speak okay English. We could understand what he was saying, but he was just, all over the place in the game, so we didn't really. We had a little bit of fun with him. I think I might have followed him just briefly.
Reno.
Just briefly, and then his cousin was in there, kind of talking up his professional COD career a little bit. We had fun with him, but cricket turtle. What do you think?
No, not for 60. Maybe for like 10.
Do you even know how to play cricket?
No.
What game is cricket most like in America, turtle?
It looks like baseball.
Oh, ding, ding, ding. Okay, he passed that
test.
test.
Looking at the screenshots.
He passed that test. All right.
Oh, I thought it was something from, what was that? Dazed and Confused, like the paddle whacking with the paddles?
Nice.
I thought that's what it was.
Wow. Oh, God. Good movie, though. Yeah, dude. This game looks insane. This game looks absolutely insane.
The graphics look great.
The graphics look really, really good.
Yep.
Unfortunately, I don't know anything about cricket, and I wouldn't spend $60 on a sports title like this, especially one that apparently, according to Assassin, is just a port of the 360 version.
Yep.
So, other than
Aren't
that,
most sports games though, besides the newer ones?
no.
You know, like Madden 15, like that wasn't ported.
Madden 15, like Madden 10. Better graphics.
All right. Okay. All right. Moving on. $60 if you want to pick that up. That just came out this week. Tough competition against Evolve though. Here's one that the guys could talk about. The Escapist, right? That came out this week.
Oh man, I'm gonna stop you right there. Game is awesome. It's fantastic. It's got like 8-bit retro throwback, and I mean you're in this great place called prison because you're there to learn things, and it's like a prison simulation. Like you have to go along with your daily routine. You got to step in line for roll call. You got to go to the showers, go to the gym, eat lunch, eat breakfast, smack a couple guards around, not get caught, dig your way out to freedom, and move on to the next prison. It is glory-filled enthusiasm.
I gotta say, Clowns is loving it. We're gonna have a review soon on the site for this. We got a review copy. Thank you to the powers that be that got us that. But we will have a review. We'll talk about this more when that review gets up and Clowns gets through the entire game. But so far, clearly you're loving it, Clowns.
Absolutely. I am stuck at the state penitentiary, so I just need a little bit of help. And my co-partner in crime, Cody, a.k.a. from Xbox Culture, couldn't figure out the penitentiary either last time I spoke to him.
Oh,
so
okay.
we're both kind of stuck as convicts right now.
So if you got any advice for us, let us know because clearly we're stuck on this. But if you wanna pick it up and you haven't already, it's gotten some pretty decent reviews. So I mean, if you're into these kinds of games, especially these 8-bit retro looking games, definitely check it out. Right now it's $17.99. I believe that's a gold only price at 10% off. But it's normally $19.99. So pick it up soon if you want to get in on that deal because I think that price will be going away. Not 100% sure on that, so don't quote me on it. But I did look on the store and there was a 10% discount, and I believe it's only for gold members. So
I give it a buy. If you like 8-bit retro simulation stuff, I give it a buy. Definitely.
So definitely check it out. Clown says too. So do it. And Clowns knows his 8-bit, so I mean he wouldn't say it was good unless it was good. So, yeah. So that's that. All right, quickly to end out the show. Deals with gold for this week. Kind of crappy in my opinion. Even worse than last week. A couple weeks ago we had a million different titles in deals with gold. It was kind of like a gift, like a late Christmas gift. Like a Chinese Christmas gift. I don't even know. Like Chinese New Year gift. I don't know. But then last week we had Far Cry for 33% off. And Far Cry, won Shooter of the Year at the Game Awards last year. And very, very highly regarded. So couldn't really complain about getting that for 33% off. But this week we've got Geometry Wars Dimensions. Geometry Wars 3 Dimensions, I should say. That's $10.04, 33% off. And we've got NBA 2K15, which is kind of long in the tooth at this point. It's about 5 months old almost. and it's $40.19. We've seen plenty of better prices for that. And then all of the virtual currency that you use in NBA 2K15 for the My Player mode and the GM mode and whatnot for upgrading your characters and your teams and stuff, that virtual currency, that's all of that is 33% off. So, so what do we think of Deals with Gold quickly?
Bad.
Bad, right? Yeah. I mean, we played Geometry Wars. It's good, but damn, is it hard.
Yeah. Geometry Wars is really I would say the only great thing in the Deals with Gold.
Yeah, yeah. And for 360, it's not much different. It's still just deals. It's just NBA and microtransaction money. So essentially, what it is. Assassin's shaking his head real quick. What is he doing? Why is he doing that?
I mean, these deals are like what we seen like the beginning of like last year, towards the middle, like what, and then we seen good, from like October till like, the EA publisher sale or whatever, like.
Right.
Then they go back to crap. Is like now from February till September, we're just gonna see crap.
Right. Damn, I hope not. I really hope not, because this is crap. I mean, I hate to say that because we're fortunate enough to have deals, but you can't have awesome deals one week and then crappy ones the next. Just give us medium ones every week, then. You're gonna tease us with that EA developer sale.
Maybe around June we'll have like a summer sale or something.
Right.
That'd be nice.
All right, so that's it for the show. I don't think I missed really anything. I know we were going to talk about some Sunset Overdrive stuff real quick, but we don't really have a ton of time. Essentially, there's a new achievement. It's 175 gamer score. We'll talk about it more next week because Assassin's going to capture a video, hopefully, for us.
I already did it.
All right, never mind. Turtle will then, or maybe I will. You know what? I will. I'll capture a video. We'll talk about it next week. We don't have time right now.
Oh, such a great game. Such a great game.
Yep. Dude, I'll capture the video of me doing it. It's actually not too hard, and there's a map out there that shows you all the locations of things you have to grab. So, 175 gamer score, though. Huge achievement. I don't think I've ever seen one that big on Xbox One. That's what she said. But on the 360, like the first couple. Oh, have you seen one that big, Terrell?
I've seen like 200. I've seen a 200 point.
Where? What game?
Crap, what was it? It was like a week ago. I can't remember what game it was I was playing. No, there really is 200 point. I'll find it.
I know.
I'll be back next week and show you.
When the 360 launched, like Madden 06 had like a 200 gamer score achievement that was like pass for 3 touchdowns, and like every game you play Madden you do that. So it was kind of bush league, but yeah, we'll talk about that next week. Anything else, Assassin, that I missed, or Clowns, or Turtle, anybody?
Nope.
Other than friggin' panda zombies or whatever you want to call them.
Panda zombies. Pando exoskins.
Everybody is kung fu fighting. Oh.
Wow.
Kung Fu Panda.
All right. Well, that's the end of our show. If you want to check out our website, please do. It is ever increasing, and we're adding more reviews and articles and such to it. Thank you, Clowns, for your work on that. 4GwQPodcast.com. If you want to check us out on Twitter, we're making a lot more posts now about news articles and stuff, and we want to hear what you guys have to say about how we've done and the topics we've talked about. So 4GwQPodcast is our handle. If you want to check out, what is it next? Facebook. Hold on a second. Somebody walked in on me right here. Ooh, we got a guest. So, Four Guys with Quarters is the Facebook, and then we've got Twitch, which you already know because you're watching us, hopefully. 4 Guys with Quarters on there. So, other than that, we're done. Toodaloo. Thanks for watching. Adios.
Bye.
Later, everybody.